Hi, my name is Will Cote, and I'm the Program Director for Parks and Trails New York. Our mission here at PTNY is to expand, protect, and promote a network of parks, trails, and open spaces throughout our state for use and enjoyment by all. One of the ways we do this is by providing support to friends groups, which are mostly volunteer-driven, nonprofit organizations that champion our public lands and are essential to the stewardship and promotion of our state park system. Since 2015, friends groups have relied on the Park and Trail Partnership Grant Program to strengthen their organizations and accomplish their missions. This grant program, jointly administered by PTNY and the New York Office of Parks, Recreation, and Historic Preservation, is a capacity-building matching grants program funded through the New York State Environmental Protection Fund. This vital investment in friends groups complements New York's historic revitalization and reinvestment in the Empire State's historic outdoor spaces. This year, Governor Hochul has proposed a $1 million increase for the Park and Trail Partnership Grant Program to $2 million. This increase will allow the program to attain greater levels of stewardship and accessibility. The following stories are from friends groups whose sites and communities have been impacted by the Park and Trail Partnership grants over the past 8 years and highlights the potential impact that a $1 million increase will have on our iconic park system. Thank you.
Thank you, Parks and Trails New York. Our $60,000 grant will fund the restoration of the Overlook Trail Carriage Road at Rockefeller State Park Preserve. This grant is essential. It's a key part of our targeted restoration of the preserve's busiest area. Not only will it provide safer conditions to everyone that visits the preserve, but it will extend the life of the carriage road indefinitely. We cannot wait to begin work this spring. Thank you so much from Friends of the Rockefeller State Park Preserve and all of our visitors.
Through this grant award, AMC's was able to hire a full-time education coordinator and therefore offer more education and outreach programs at Halleck State Park Preserve, including weekly Walk with Biologist programs and Saturday beach cleanups on the park's 1 mile of beachfront along the Long Island Sound. Since January 2021, we have conducted 97 programs to over 400 park visitors and removed 1,296 pounds of marine debris from Halleck State Park Preserve alone. Additionally, we have received a second Parks and Trails New York grant in February 2022 for $23,084. This award will be used to enhance visual displays in Halleck State Park Preserve with the installation of educational signage throughout the park, focused on the local flora and fauna. We will also be updating the visitor center to make it more engaging and visitor-friendly.
I am president of the Winona Forest Recreation Association. The Winona Forest is a state forest of about 10,000 acres. Over the last 4 years, we have undergone a massive transformation, all with the support of Parks and Trails New York. We have received over $80,000 in funding to help execute what I would consider very special and impactful projects. I'm a numbers guy. I live and breathe data. The impact these projects have had on our club can easily be measured. Membership, a significant source of revenue for us, has doubled. The number of organized recreational events we hold throughout the year has also doubled. Revenue from these events has increased by 300%. We now host one of the biggest snowshoe races in the country. Participants are running on a newly constructed trail, maintained by a very special machine, all partially funded by grants from Parks and Trails New York.
My name is Mary Alden. I am a board member of the Friends of Mills at Stadsburg. In 2017, the Friends were granted a $48,000 Parks and Trails grant to replace the dining room draperies in the historically accurate style for the mansion. Once completed, the wow factor of the beautiful dining room was amazing.
Bannerman Castle Trust was so fortunate to get a grant of $63,000 from Parks and Trails New York in 2020 and 2021, which was a two-part grant to replace broken sidewalks around the Bannerman residence and make it safe for visitors to walk around the Bannerman Island residence on Bannerman's Island. This is such an important program for friends groups of New York State parks who really need sources of income to create projects such as repairing and replacing sidewalks at Bannerman Island. Please support the additional funding for Parks and Trails It's so important for New York State Parks and for all who live here and visit. Thank you so much.
Each of these grants has brought the Friends of Clark Reservation closer to fiscal self-sufficiency. Our efforts have almost doubled our membership, which are the primary source of our annual income. We are very grateful for everything that the Parks and Trails New York grants have helped friends groups like ours to achieve. PTNY allows friends groups to educate users of the park, offer nature-based programming to the public, and interpret the natural wonders that the state parks and preserves have to offer. Please support Governor Hochul's proposed $2 million Parks and Trail Partnership Grant Program for the benefit of all New York State residents.
Hi, this is Kathleen York, Executive Director for the Friends of Knox Farm State Park. In 2020, the Friends received a $75,000 grant for barn restorations at Knox. With a 25% match from the Friends and 100% match from New York State Parks, we made great improvements to the historic barns here at Knox.
We approached Parks and Trails New York with a grant application, and they were generous enough to support us. Our grant is entitled Visibility. And in this grant, we were able to consult with a marketing company who is now helping us with membership. We were able to redesign our website, which was in the process of doing, and I invite you all to come look at it in a few weeks. And we bought computers so we can upgrade our Zooms, and we have lots of advertising materials that we were able to develop through the help of New York State Parks and Trails. They have been a wonderful supporter of our site here. I know a wonderful supporter of other historic sites, and we really couldn't get our job or do our mission without their help. Thank you, Parks and Trails New York.
With PTNY's grants and our volunteer organizing activities here, we were able to assist the park staff at Little Stony Point to reclaim this part of the park, which had been completely overgrown with invasive species and was inaccessible to anyone. But as you can see now, we have an idyllic picnic area right next to the volunteer center, a great place to enjoy the events here at the volunteer center, and have a beautiful overlook over the Hudson River. All this was made possible through the encouragement of PTNY and the state grant funds to make this all attainable. And through volunteer labor, working with the parks, we're proud of what we've accomplished here.
Funding from Parks and Trails New York has quickened our ability, it's intensified our ability, it's strengthened our ability to serve as that public park, that reservation, that sacred site and human rights destination. We hope that the legislature will look favorably on your request for increased funding for the work that this Friends Group and Friends Groups all around the state do on behalf of the people of New York. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Janet Barone, President of the Comsted Foundation. Welcome to Comsted State Historic Park Preserve. This is our newly restored kiosk. It was first built about 25 years ago, and we were very grateful to Parks and Trails New York. They gave us a grant for about $34,500 for the rehabilitation. Come on inside and you can take a look. Interior was redone with new static and video displays, and we're very thankful to Parks and Trails New York. Hopefully this year you can give some more funding to them. Hopefully $2 million. We are hoping. Thank you so much.
In 2020, we received a Park and Trail Partnership grant for $45,000 a year for 2 years to support the hiring of our first ever executive director. As a result of that program and the increased capacity that is provided, we have dramatically improved the work that we do here at Stony Kill Farm. We have increased engagement with all of our education programs. We've added new programs for people of all ages. We have facilitated major improvements to the buildings and grounds and trails here at Stony Kill. We have been able to increase our fundraising, improve our communications, and find more ways for people to get out and engage with agriculture, history, and the environment at Stony Kill.